Hello, my name is Natalie Chow, and this is going to be a presentation that explains my research done in a user research class, which was HCD 313 at the University of Washington, and how it applies to my future. So to give you an overview of this presentation, I'm going to be talking about my specific research, which was on females in the Super Smash Bros. Community. This included field observations, interviews, and a survey, and the future research that I plan to do. I'm also going to talk about my future jobs and how this applies to the future, which includes an internship at Patcher, which I'm currently working at. So the problem with females in the Super Smash Bros. Community is the lack of females in the community. So this limits the diversity within the community, and because of the limited diversity, it slows educational improvement on topics such as sexism, and it slows development of gameplay because differing people have different approaches to the game. Goals include to find out why females currently in the Super Smash Bros. Community have joined, so what their motivations for joining were, why they choose to stay in the community, and why they could possibly avoid the community in order to inform how to recruit more females into the community. So for field observations, my methods included 3 sessions, which included 2 local events and 1 regional event. They were all 30-minute sessions, and I took notes on a phone, and I then copied those into Word and did an affinity analysis within Word. My findings included that female presence was very low at events, around 4% for the 3 events I attended. Interaction with others was important, such as supporting others and talking to others, but it was mainly female-male interaction rather than female-female interaction. And all of the females had confidence in their gameplay because at the tournament I went to, they all won at least 1 game. Field observations, recommendations for the future would just be future research. So taking the themes that I found in my field observations and applying them to the interviews and surveys that I'm going to conduct next. So my methods for interviews were, I had 8 sessions. They were all Skype except for one, which was an in-person interview. I took notes on my computer, just typing what they were saying, and then I performed an affinity analysis after that by taking similar statements and putting them under categories. So my findings were why females join the community, which included word of mouth in media, such as videos and articles online, why females stay in the community, which included competitive drive and a love of the game, and why females don't join the community, which included sexism, such as microaggressions, online toxicity, harassment, etc. So my recommendations from my interviews were that there should be a focus on marketing and media and using that as a way to introduce females to the community. So development of advertisement materials and education, such as training for moderators online, because online toxicity is a large problem in the community. So my methods for my survey were I had 47 participants, and I created this survey over Google Forms, and it was a total of 12 questions, including a Likert scale, a ranking, multiple choice questions, and a long answer question. My findings for the survey were how females join the community, which again include word of mouth and media. So word of mouth, it was mainly either male friendships or significant others. And there weren't that many females who introduced people to the community. And then experience within the community, which included a competitive drive, relationships, and a love of the game. So that included a love of the technical aspect and a love of the characters. My findings continued, included roles within the community are mainly competitors. However, the majority of females occupy more than one role within the community, so that can include content creator, so creating videos or art, supporter, tournament organizer, etc. And then interactions with other females within the community, acquaintances and close friends, that were mainly the interactions with other females. And then outside of the community, females tend to talk to other females about the game, and they try and be welcoming to females they don't know. And then, so my recommendations include marketing and media again, so advertisement materials, and then education. I would suggest creating educational materials about sexism and how people can help combat sexism, such as microaggressions, because many people don't know about things like that. And also training for moderators, again, because online toxicity is a problem. So future research that I plan to do include females outside of the Super Smash Bros. Community. So that includes interviews and surveys to find out what their motivations and interest level are related to the Super Smash Bros. Community, and if they would be interested in joining the community, if it's something that they think would be interesting. So future jobs. So because I've learned all of these different methods, such as field research, interviews, surveys, and a bunch of different methods within those, I am able to perform research independently, which is something that jobs are looking for because they don't hold your hand while doing things like that. So I'm currently in an internship at Patcher, which is a startup company, and it has created an app called Patcher that's available in the App Store. And it has groups that are based on location, events, or projects, and it's currently undergoing things. And so what I'm doing there is I'm performing user research. So far I've performed interviews, and this is to find out motivations for why people would want to use this app and to kind of look at personas. So the person who would just post in a group versus the person who would make the group, and finding out the difference between that. Thank you.